Well, that's one hell of a thing to come back to. Get this. I get out of that screen, I just see two fucking Shermans right in front of me. Of course.
Panzer da drüben.
Yeah, seems like F's gonna get attacked, that's for fucking sure. Yep, you see me. Hey, go fuck yourself out. Oh, that's one hell of a fucking sound to hear. Oh.
Oh, it's Battlefield 5.
I wish it had Sunderlands, it does not, but back to Battlefield 5 it is. Alright. Buddy, what do you think? Should I keep with the 3 times? Because it is tradition to use it, remember? You want me to give the 1 time to try? Alright, I'll give it a try. Because I never use that 1 times. I never do. It's just because, like, remember, this fucking gun is so versatile. So, I never use the 1 times. I'll give it a try. I know Mexicans giving the M1907 SS a try, so I'm giving that a try. Yeah, it is.
You know what's also tradition?
You know, it's also tradition. Flying boats. Oh, fuck. Alright. So, the question is... Oh, fuck off! Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Sight's good, it's just... Yeah, utility is shit. There's only one use for this scope. And, yeah. Yeah, irons are 3 times. The only thing I would run 3 times on is this thing.
As you can tell, I'm very obsessed with the boats today.
I can tell you're very obsessed with the boats. It's kind of obvious.
LOL.
God damn it. Yeah, I was surrounded 3 times, or by 3 people, so. Yeah, fuck. Kind of no way around that shit. But this scenario where I'm just by myself in a squad alone, and yeah. Oh fuck! Ah, fuck. All right, scope. Where are you? Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to grab it in time. Fuck! I don't know what to do other than just spawn at G and probably fucking die due to a tank. Yeah, me too. Like, I remember back in the day, it was the only gun. Yeah, I remember back in the day, this was... I remember. The time that I stopped using this gun was the time, like, I was mastering out medic and support. So by the time I got the fucking 1 gun for medic, the Thompson, that's when I stopped using this thing as much. Actually, no. When I got the Thompson, a few, like, a month or 2 after, that's when I started using this. Fucking, oh my god. That, I know I should have shot that AT mine, but at the same time, it was too fucking close for me. That's a fuck me.
The time you mastered medic? So
yes.
Never got it. Emoji happy tears.
Times I mastered medic. There's 2 kinds of masteries for you. Yeah, you are funny. There's 2 types of mastery. I might as well explain this to you because I don't think you play Battlefield 5 as much as you do War Thunder, but in Battlefield 5, there's 2 types of masteries. There is the outfit mastery, then the true mastery. True mastery, you get from... Fuck, okay. You get from getting over about 100 or so hours, about 100 or 200 hours into a class alone. And here's the thing. It's literally a fucking just...
I play Battlefield 5, but not much.
But, okay, so I might as well explain this to you. For once you get about 150 or more hours, usually, that's when you get the true mastery. Everything in your fucking vision will completely change. Everything. From the way that you see health, the way that you see everything, it just fucking changes. Everything. Your entire point of view of the game changes. Literally. Everything. Yeah. 500 hours to get full, just complete understanding of the game. But you need 100 hours into each kit to understand them properly to even get to that stage. Yeah. So, 500 hours through, that's when you truly see everything completely.
So basically you ascend?
Quite literally, actually.
Got it.
Yeah, Bloody just listed off there. I don't know if you can actually hear him, but yeah, he literally just listed off. Start learning the flank routes, to start understanding what they're gonna do. Oh, that's a fuck me! There's no way I'm making this one. I accept that. It's too late, fuck. To even say that. Oh, what is this guy thinking? Yeah, he was really shitty, but wait till you see a little bit later.
Whenever in plane in literally sitting in an anti-air gun shooting planes and sometimes people.
Yes. Exactly. I think that is why he's on the map. I think he's trying to get practice with the Calliope. Because, like, you got the Haji...
over here with death by AA.
Yeah. It's just, Which one again? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, this tank is one of the most effective, most universal, and most effective kind of tank in the game. Like, it's like, yeah, you can turn it into an anti-infantry tank, you can put it in between, you can put it as anti-tank tank. That sounds weird when you put it like that. Which, technically, I am running the tank killer based loadout, but to be honest, like, this is the universal loadout. Pal, what the fuck do you think you're doing? All of you. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, really. Just... They aren't deadly from a distance, but the moment they get in close range, yeah, you're pretty fucked. I hate to use this thing, but... at the same time, it is... Go fuck yourself!
I have one question about the
No,
game.
I love
Out
this
of all
skin, so go
twin
fuck
ending
yourself.
They could chose to use for Britain. Why did they choose the fucking blue?
This is the only skin I put on it because I only see the tiger as this skin. I shall only see it as gray. And you know why I run the skin. Yeah, it was usually gray inside urban environments. Yes, lately we're a little bit more gray. I didn't want to make this any other color than just gray because that one fucking scene in what's the movie I'm thinking of? Where, like, that Sherman gets behind the tiger and the tiger can't turn its turret because of the brick wall. I'll see this tiger except for as nothing else is that. No, that definitely isn't it. Fuck me, man. Oh my god. Dude, okay, what is this shit? Okay, what is my team doing for me as a tiger to die like this?
Like why the fucking Blenheim? You could have put anything else there.
There we go. Yeah, still. I'll drop these fucking... I'll drop these damn mines on their ass and I'll get these fucking cannons on them. Remember this one? Yeah, really. Me too. But yeah, it's pretty much useless. The Stuka's only use here is as a mid-range fighter between the fucking Dauntless, or not the Dauntless, the Douglas and the fucking P-51. It's only a that's the thing, it's a mid-range fighter. It's technically a heavy fighter, which puts it in the exact same category as the fucking Douglas, and the thing is, like, the way that
you know the flying controls in Battlefield is complete shit.
Hey, I hate everybody saying that these controls are complete shit at flying. They are not bad. They really aren't. I actually prefer them over War Thunder. No, fuck your resupply station. What is this shit? Man, I hate tripled and quad barreled AAs. Like, come on! Why can't you change the AA tanks in these fucking mats? Genuinely. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Just add the M16. Add some other fucking... Add, like, the quad barreled AA truck or something. Like, come on. Like, please. Yeah.
Time to rub my hands all of the sticks to keep the fucking plane straight.
Yeah, there's nothing to avoid them. Like, unless you know exactly their fucking range and have a good idea of how to avoid them, there's just no way around them. Like, look at this shit. Look at what I have to fucking do. Just to potentially avoid them. And still then, this plane can't go fucking high enough. Here I go. Jesus. That is too fucking common to see, that fucking tail like that, man. There's only one way around this fucking AA, potentially. I don't like it. I ain't got the cannons for it, man. I just ain't. We'll see what that does. I should, but I'm trying to find good targets to put them on. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what that's for. I know, right? Yeah.
You've gotta be poking your left wing. Oh.
There's just no fucking way. I mean, this aircraft just can't do anything. This variation. Not on these maps, at least. Like, this plane is, like, it's designed as anti-infantry. That's the ironic part. It's meant to be the German version of the A-10, but guess what? The British fucking Blimum is better as an A-10 than this thing. I really should have. Or gotten the Ju-88, honestly. Ju-88, like, each plane for the Germans has their fucking uses. Like, this variation's anti-fucking is A-10, pretty much. The other Stuka is anti-direct fuck-you tank. The fucking Ju-88 is anti-pretty much everything ground. And the BF-109 is fuck-you aircraft. That's what they're designed as in-game. And that's what they do. That's what they excel at.
The Blenheim is petty compared to the B-Fighter.
The B-Fighter? Wait, what? God damn it. Compared to the Stuka, that's the reason it's better in general. First off, it's slower moving, which that might seem weird to say as for, like, a plane that's meant to be compared to an A-10, pretty much. But it, not only that, it has a fucking 50 cal machine gun, so... Like, 50 cal HE, man, that's just fucking hard to just not even compare to. Like, dude... It just don't. Yeah. It can't do shit on this map. Any other bomber or plane would do better. But I don't want to fucking get, because there's a lot of options here, but I probably gotta go fucking Tiger. But I don't want to go Tiger, because every time I go a fucking Tiger, I feel like I'm insulting everybody who can't fucking deal with a Tiger. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate it. They made it even slower. That's the ironic part. The only nerf that they gave to the Tiger is slower. Or, the fucking Bell Fighter or whatever, yeah. I just looked at the messages before. Yeah, the Bell Fighter, I don't... Honestly, War Thunder planes compared to this, I mostly know these ones to decent use, but I don't check too many of the other factions of War Thunder planes, except for mostly the U.S., and that's it. That's really just it for the U.S. That's all I focus and check. And the thing is, these maps, they're unbalanced as shit. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you thinking? I'm a Tiger. You damaged your plane mostly. I could get in a fucking Flak Panzer and destroy you shit fucks. Exactly. Which, at least you're not as much of an asshole. I definitely will admit occasionally you can be, but still. But who isn't in this game? Oh, I hit something. You're really bad at that back in the day, if I remember. Like, really badly. Like, the moment you got shot down by an AA, you just fucking or the moment you got fucking killed in the aircraft, you just fucking died in the air instantly. Like, you're just like, no, fuck you, I'm done with you, you're dying. Directly, fuck you. And fuck you, and fuck you. And maybe fuck you, but I don't know.
Calls in a back gunner.
Pal! Fuck you! Wait till you see this. Just, this fucking Greyhound staying still and just, BANG! Fucking one-shotted. You're not meant to do that in a Greyhound. You're meant to just keep moving, you don't stop. You don't stop, lay down mine, don't stop moving. Simple as that. Exactly. Because most fights just come down to stopping and then getting your shots in place and all that shit. I don't know, you're thinking standing still also by shooting a fucking bazooka or a Panzerschreck. I can't tell what you're shooting, but fucking standing still and shooting is pretty much a good way.
Embraced one shot.
Yeah. I remember. Exactly. Man, I tell you, they had to have been high on meth. I tell you. Only one time has me jumping on a tank actually worked. Get this. So get ready for this story. So, I was on Twisted Steel, and I was on the German team, okay? And these dumbasses had a crocodile. So what happened is, I got on top of their tank, I was medic, and I just stood on top there. I shot a few smokes, and guess what? They jumped out. The driver fucking jumped out of the tank, remember that. And I kill them, and just steal their fucking tank. It really is. It'll destroy a tank, it'll repair a tank, it can pretty much fucking destroy any armor if you can think about it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, you have to be support. Actually, support and repair tool ain't shit compared to the fucking tankers. Like, genuinely. Oh, poor Sherman, you're gonna take up the ass. Oh, poor guy. Really, just poor guy. Like, straight HE, straight up your fucking ass. Poor guy. I really feel bad for him. I kinda don't, but I really do.
That tank driver needs to be put into a mental institution for getting out of his tank.
He gets it! That driver of that tank needs to be put into a mental institution, and that was the story of the crocodile that he was referring to. I know, right, buddy? Like, anybody who jumps out of their tank is a bona fide dumbass in Battlefield. It's understandable if you're brand new and you do it once or twice, or you know your tank is guaranteed to die. Only guaranteed, though. But, yeah, so get this. We have stolen, me and Bloody, I think both of us, we had this one story in particular, okay? So, these dumbasses, like we were, I think the Germans, we were fighting the British on Panzerstorm. Because, if you can remember, Panzerstorm used to be our British and German map. Can you imagine? And these dumbasses kept jumping out of the tanks. So what happened is, my tank got destroyed, and I think Bloody revived me. And guess what? We attacked another one, they jumped out of their tank, I repaired it, and stole their tank! And we went on a rampage for like 20 minutes or something until the match ends. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for some of these people, I'm gonna be honest. Dumbasses, man. Like, you might as well just fucking run. That's a guy. I see him. Let's see how dumb this fucker is. So you're not gonna... Okay, I understand you are a complete dumbass. Yeah, I did.
Why, Britain, you got out of heavily armored luns of metal.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
tanks
gonna
and
live.
expect to do any better than they were before.
Oh, let me read that. Why, Britain, you got heavily armored lumps of metal and tracks, expect to do any better than they were before. To be honest, I think most people I think a lot of people preferred the British versus German on this map for a few reasons. It's first off, it was more balanced, and second off, I think it's just is literally exactly. That's what it tended to be. I personally do prefer the U.S. versus German perspective. It's just, it's not balanced. That's the only problem with it. Like, if you're literally looking at just my footage, just alone of this, me and a Tiger, because right after this, I'm going to get out of the Tiger. I'm going to use the Panzer IV. But, keep in mind once I die, that is. But, I can literally fucking one-shot a Sherman just from the rear, or I can one-shot ground.
Stuff, but the stuff is fair.
Yeah, exactly. They do have very powerful stuff, but it's fair. So, yeah. And keep in mind, at the time originally, Britain actually had more tanks than Germany. And I think they were technically the first faction, I guess you could. Yeah. Britain was the first faction in the game to actually have a proper, what's it called? Tank destroyer, technically. You could count the Tiger as a tank destroyer, but I wouldn't. It's a fucking heavy tank, as simple as that, compared to the Churchill it is. They're both fucking heavy tanks, it's that simple. And then, not only that, the, fucking gun carrier was technically the first tank destroyer in-game. It really was, because it was the only tank to have only a turret that was just forwards. The Stug, I think, became the second tank destroyer, then it became the Valentine Archer. So, yeah. But then after that, there was no more tank destroyers, technically. Unless you want to count the tank destroyer variation of the Sherman and...
I'm not surprised that Britain had more tanks at one point. They did invent the tank.
They did invent the tank. Technically, they were the first to use the tank on the battlefield, but France was the first to technically invent the modern one, but yeah, I'll give you that, yeah. They're the first to actually put it on the battlefield and it working, so, yeah, you got a point. But, yeah. It's just, how do I put it? There was so many different tank types that they could have used, like the Marauder, the fucking Crusader, and they chose the Valentine. One model that's very unknown, I think. Even I didn't know about the Valentine originally, so.
Soldiers, we have lost objective Bertha.
Also, Bloody, explain this to me. Why the fuck do people use the track sheets with the fully, like, the big turret on their Sherman? Like, I don't understand their stupid-ass logic, man. Like, why would you get field repair for your fucking Sherman? You're just a dumbass. Never get field repair. Never. I'm telling you, never. Seriously. Here's the simple reason why. Field repair gives you a extra fucking, pretty much, an extra shot that you can tank from any tank, literally, in most aircraft. Most, unless you're literally about to get insta-killed, but still then you usually can't tell the fucking difference. But, literally, it'll save your life so many fucking times, I can't even describe. So, alright, man? Alright, see you, brother. Alright. Alright. What? Alright. No.
If it saves you, why not get it?
Ah, gosh, shit. Yeah, there's no. There's just too many tanks. Yep. What did you say? Hold on, let me read that. If it saves you, why you not get it? Wait, what? I can't. Because I can't understand it because my mom's singing stuff. But, yeah. Where is...
Field
okay.
repair.
A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. You might get kicked off.
Okay, I don't... That's fine. You don't need to tell me. Yeah, I don't... You don't need to tell me.
Life be over if you get kicked back into it.
I don't care. You don't need to tell me.
You need to know.
I don't need to know.
And if it happens, you can't come at me. It's your story.
Wait. If it saves you, why not get it? A field repair never... Or, what is it called? The emergency repair, I will... There's only 2 aircraft I only have the field repair on. There's literally only 2. It is literally the Stukas, both models. For 2 simple reasons. The Stukas are the only planes that can actually have the exception, purely because their only good variation is with those. Otherwise, they're plain and boring and worthless, so it's as simple as that. That's the only reason why they're the exception, literally right there. Just, if you don't have them, they're plain, boring, and they don't do anything. So, I don't know how else to put it other than just that, so. Well, that's one hell of a sight. But, yeah. Like, clearly, the field repair, you just usually can't run without it. And the thing is, the Stuka's variations with it, like, you're taking a big old fucking chance by it. I just need
Were
to
you just holding a fucking phone laughing?
There we go. Let me read that again. Holding a fucking phone, laughing. I actually don't know. You're just holding a phone. Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah, I'm a fucking dumbass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, holding out, yeah, that's the call and shit. The reason I was holding that up is because I was considering if I wanted to get the fucking one thing. I can barely fucking remember because most of the things in this game I just drop out of my mind after a little bit because I need to focus on the things that are actually going to get me killed and all that, usually. So the phone and shit, yeah, like literally the calling and stuff, I just fucking drop that out of my mind instantly. Just because it's something temporary I only have up on the screen for a little bit. Yep, nope.
Sprengladungen sind scharf.
How fucking damage is this? Really? Okay, where's the enemy? Fuck. So I need ammo. There's one guy, it has to be in that fucking tower that the tiger's shooting at. Can I build it? No. Okay.
Oh man, I thought that was an AA gun.
I was considering getting on the AA gun,
I
but
would gotten happy.
Gosh, dang it! Need to remember how to control the recoil on this thing. Pal, just die! Accept death already. Don't care what anybody says. I double reload. Don't give a shit. I really should not have done that. I was fucking retarded of me right there. Using that fucking
Lol,
heal
I
right
like
there.
the screaming, derpiest thing in the game.
Good point. Alright. I know, keep in mind, I do plan on getting a stream up with me and my friends. We're actually able to get a good friend of ours back into Battlefield. Well, he was on Battlefield, but we got him back into properly being in the friends group because it was a while since we talked together. Mexican. You might have heard me and Bloody talk about Mexican. His full name in game, or his like full username is Mexican Sauce, but we occasionally call him Mexican, just as a fucking joke. But at the same time, it's kind of be expected. Everybody makes jokes about herself, so yeah. And if a friend can't make a joke about you, then are you truly friends? Alright. He didn't like the joke, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, still. Dang it! Okay, this guy has to be in the house. Wait, let me think of where he is. Just in case, double checking. A few more shots, he would have been dead too. That's the ironic part because the recoil. The recoil on this thing is just jacked. It's jacked, to say the least. And that's the thing. If you didn't hear Bloody say it, you just need to know how to control it.
If you know this plane in War Thunder, but I got the Wyvern. Best $30 fucking dollars I spent.
I think I have heard of the Wyvern. I'm not fully positive. I just don't look at it for most things. Otherwise, unless I'm actually consider going down that tech tree for a while. Thank you, teammate, for the true execution. Don't care. Alright. That was worth it. No, 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 no. Question mark. Hey! Motherfucker. Fuck. That's why you gotta remember select fire. Fuck. So always you gotta remember select fire. Never forget about select fire. The reason you should never forget about it is this weapon in particular. The specialty about most of these American weapons, because this isn't actually an American weapon,
It's
that's
the
the ironic part.
OP-43 British turboprop with air spawn and speed. You literally are speed-eyed at plane.
There we go. Yeah. Now, the reason you should always remember your fucking fire select is literally this gun in particular. There is a few other guns that take good advantage of it, like the bar, but yeah, otherwise. Help! There's a beacon around here. I know that there is. I just don't know exactly where it is. It's a need a recon to put up in our beacon, in our beacon and our flare. I wanna take my time, take my time, taking my time, taking my time.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I play Battlefield with friends, all my friends do is scream and laugh when we blow up.
Yeah, that is literally Battlefield for you. We do scream and laugh, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we, like, how do I put it? Because when I do say this, Bloody can actually vouch for everything I say right now. Because I'm not a person to brag. But when it comes to the group, the way it is Mexican is usually with Pilot and Q around that area. Where they can work individually, but they're best off with another person. Me and Bloody can go by ourselves, but we're most versatile either as medic or support usually. We can't do assault as well. If you can't already tell by the gameplay, yeah, I'm not doing assault as well as I would be medic or support. If you watch some of my OG streams a long time ago, and still to this day, I'm not good with assault. Even back in those days, I was not good at assault. But yeah, best way to put it is Mexican, Pilot, and Q could use assault. Usually, it was Mexican and Q originally. Pilot joined. He was the new guy to join, and yeah, from there, pretty much what it was me. It was originally me and Mexican. Then it was Bloody. Then it was Q. Then it was Pilot. Pilot was the newest of the group.
Yes, and support that class that nobody uses.
Yeah, support. Nobody. Yeah, I will admit, support has some very odd positions kind of weapons, such as the FG, the fucking, what's it called? The FG-42 or whatever. The MG-42, all those weapons, they're very hard and unwanted to use usually, to say the least. So, because of it, you don't see many people use them, and that's why nobody really uses support. It's just, his weapons tend not to be fun for people. It's as simple as that usually. But I will admit, support is definitely very vital. Here's the thing, and most people overlook this. Medic does best when they have a support or with an ammo box. It's as simple as that. The reason I say this is actually for a few reasons. First off, Medic takes best advantage when he has smoke grenades or smoke grenade launcher, usually. That's when he takes best advantage of it. And because of that, having a support with an ammo box allows him to get a resupply of smoke grenade launcher at least. This way, he has a pretty good supply. The standard supply, when he does have this, is not infinite. It is usually around 5 extra. So, in total, he can spawn with about a total of, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's pretty much a total of 10 that he gets. The reason I say this, oh fuck. The reason I say it like this is, most medics and most squads don't usually get out for that long, and not only that, you're also calculating the other random full boxes like this one I'm about to grab from. You're calculating the likeliness of the medic in itself taking from these, and it is fairly likely for him to do it. Because, guess what? The support is a temporary solution, not an infinite solution. It's as simple as that. And the reason that you'd want the medic is, well, first off, heals and revives, but it's not just that. First off, he is literally one of the best close quarters kits in the game, next to support. He can do really good at range if you know how to use him properly, and not only that, just he's fucking amazing if you know how.
You
if
see,
you
I'm a
master.
more casual player, so I don't take this into account.
Yeah, assault is the standard class you see everybody run. Heads up, don't ever just always use the fucking semi-automatic weapons for a few reasons. It's simply because the semi-automatics they're pretty fucking tryhardy. They tend to be. So if you just use them and you keep using that weapon, let's say you don't die, eventually you're gonna piss somebody off that didn't really care on what he was using to using something to counter you. First off, second off, it's not that good. Most semi-automatics are very versatile. M1A1 Carbine is a very special example of this, where it's a perfect kind of semi-automatic weapon that can literally fucking go to any range. Same goes for the Johnson. The M1A1 Carbine isn't too good at the farther ranges, but it is very effective close and medium range. I'd say by far it is the best.
Are the bane of my existence.
I know, right? When you want to dick around and run a Japanese Arasaka loadout, which is historically accurate, you just can't. Because some guy with an SCG is fucking you over. Yeah, you know, I was about to say, I kind of feel bad for them, given I'm literally giving a discussion on why not to use assault weapons, or assault rifles, and that guy just deserved it in the first place. His name is fucking Fortnite, so he can go fuck himself. I'm sorry, if your name is Fortnite, go fuck yourself. You can go change it. But seriously, the main weapon I tend to use for assault is the M1 Grand, for a few reasons. First off, it is literally one of the most versatile semi-automatic weapons, and you need a lot of skill for it to be truly versatile. And the reason I say this is, don't use the 3x scope, or the 1x scope, or even the 2.0 scope. Use the iron sights. The iron sights is by far the best scope. That's not me being a hypocrite. And everybody will tell you, use that M1 Grand for long range. No. It is... None of the semi-automatics are good at long range. Well, they are. Each one of them is more effective at long ranges. Here's the reason I say this.
Almighty, all they say are, you're trash, and get good mood, and they all have no...
Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the reason I don't suggest use M1 Grand for long range. The Gewehr is literally one of the... It's actually the best long-range semi-automatic rifle. That is not a joke when I say that. The Gewehr 45 or 43 is the only semi-automatic that can outmatch the M1 Grand at range. I'm actually not joking when I say that. And keep in mind, I use the Gewehr for a multitude of fucking things. I tend to use it more close range, and when you start using the Gewehr, you'll see it is not close range, and it is barely medium.
$1 grand for long range. Well, God forbid I use the gun for its actual...
The reason the accuracy does not usually, the accuracy can matter. The reason I say it doesn't fully is simply, the accuracy of the gun does come up to that. But it comes up to it when you are when you are going very fast firing. So, that's the thing. You are nearly as accurate as your fucking aim. Oh my fucking god, where am I getting shot from? Getting shot from somewhere over here. Fuck. But the M1 Grand's accuracy is considered the best of the semi-automatics. It's simply because it's a small magazine. The reason I say the Gewehr is the best, first off, it does actually have the best sight in general just for that long range. Let me actually see if I can remember the scope, because the M1 Grand and the Gewehr have different sights. The Gewehr first off takes less of your screen, which makes it better for long range just in general. Where is it? There it is. There. Let me see if I can shoot a good look at it. Customize. Yeah, that's the reticle for that, and the M1 Grand, where is it? Actually, the M1 Carbine has the exact same type. Yeah. The scope size is what mainly matters. It's not just the reticle. The reticle does play into a part. The scope size makes a fucking big difference over time. You'll see what I mean when you actually start using them. But the Gewehr, its accuracy... Let me actually pull up the M1 Grand so we can actually get a good look at it. Their accuracy is on par
At
like,
least there's
literally.
no Soviets in this game, because I would've had an aneurysm if they were.
Yeah. So, as you can see right here, not even a fucking joke, the Gewehr is better at range. That's not a fucking joke. Everybody states M1 Grand at range for one simple fucking factor. Because it's the smallest magazine variation. And get this. Hold on. Let me fucking pull up the specializations. This is max fucking... No, this isn't max accuracy. I thought it might have been. This is what makes it max accuracy. That right there. That right there. Just... barely fucking better. And still then... If you want a fucking long-range semi-automatic, go to Recon. Fuck you still if you do that. Because bolt actions are better in general, unless you're in hardcore. But still then, hardcores need to ban semi-automatics, genuinely. But the reason I say the Gewehr, it's simply the fucking scope. Look how much fucking cleaner that is. It genuinely is so much fucking cleaner compared to the M1907 SF. I can properly fucking see out of it. And if I remember correctly, this one is a bit more wider out, actually. Hold on. I might be fucking my team by doing that. I really shouldn't be. But let me pull up the M1907 SF. That
Oh
way
god, I don't like Recon, probably because of my potato aim.
Don't be wrong, that's the main excuse, but it doesn't come down to simple aim. It comes down to how you know how to aim. It comes down to prediction, and it comes down to just how well you can usually know your enemy. Prediction, that's actually where aim comes from, surely. Yeah, you see this shit? Look at that. Look at that, seriously. Because I remember the reticle was different. That right there fucking shows you how much more different. The Gewehr is better at it. It really fucking is. The accuracy, and you can improve the accuracy of the M1 Grand, but I think I could also improve the accuracy of the Gewehr. I don't know if I was running the most accurate loadout, but still, like I said. The M1 Grand is literally, I think it is actually the most versatile one, but it's the one that takes the most skill. I can list off a few reasons right now. First off, when I use the M1 Grand, it is by far one it can compete with a good amount of SMGs. It can compete with the Sten, MP40, pretty much all of the German SMGs, if I can remember correctly. The only 3 SMGs the Gewehr can't hold up to is the Grease Gun, the Type 2A, and I think it's the Suomi, or the Thompson. I think it's those 4, actually. Yeah, it's those 4. The reason that it comes down to this, or comes down to those 3, is, how do I put it? It is simply the fucking fire rate. They're literally designed as point-blank SMGs. I can beat most SMGs at 5 meters. First off, just 2 to the body, 1 to the head, or 1 to the head, 2, and 1 to the body. That can usually just do it in the first place. And then from there, yeah. And it can do good at long range. If you've ever seen, I remember having a stream up where it literally, it's a while ago stream. I don't remember the name of it. It was one of the Pacific Maps ones. I was fucking around with what's it called, and the M1 Grand, the Pacific Maps, I was pretty much fucking hiding. I was being a bush Wookiee. You could say it like that, but to be honest, in Battlefield 5, most people who fucking take, actually use the shrubs to their advantage are Recon and anybody who's running iron sights. Because here's the few reasons. First off, when you're running a scoped weapon, you don't want any fucking visual, impairment. So bushes are just, yeah, that's a big no-no. That's because of the scope, simply. Then the actual reason most people literally do bush Wookiees with iron sights and Arasaka, first off, they want to feel like a Japanese sneaky motherfucker. Second off, it's actually fairly effective. Arasaka is by far one of the best iron-sighted sniper rifles in game, next to the Lee Enfield. For this, it's because it can have one of the fastest fire rates of a sniper rifle, alongside the Lee Enfield, that is. Oh, there we go, finally. I wondered why I didn't have mastery for this thing already. I might actually consider getting mastery for it. But the reason it's not level 10, even though I very much talk highly of it, during the time I was actually using it, first off, I was a bit worse at the game, and second off, the reason I actually switched off of it is because the M1 Grand came out. The M1 Grand, the Type 100, the Air Socket, and the Browning 1919. All four of those guns got added for each of the kits. So because of that, I switched off that. Or I think I was playing with support. Was it medic? It was one of those classes. I don't remember exactly which one, but I switched off of it because of that. M1907 SF is definitely one of the best by far assault rifles. It's the most respectable one of the bunch, to be honest. You can say, oh, the Ribby Rolls is more respectable. I'm sorry, the Ribby Rolls, even to the M1907 SF, to a player like me who does not give a shit about how good or bad the weapon is, the Ribby Rolls is literally one of the worst. I don't care what anybody says. I've only been killed by the Ribby Rolls 7 times, maybe, out of my 20,000 deaths. So, and 4 of those times, actually, no, 5 of those times was at the start of the game. One other time is because I was being a dumbass and not even fighting. I was looking at the ground or something. I was with my friends dicking around because we were just fucking stunned by what we seen. I died due to it. And another one was a bit more recently, but it was a while back, I think. A little while back. It was like a month or 2, maybe even 3 ago. It was on Rotterdam. People were tryharding, so I didn't give a shit. But those were, like, all the fucking times I got killed by the Ruby Rolls. Genuinely. And all the and the maps I mostly got killed by them on was Rotterdam, really. It really was. I've been killed by the Ruby Rolls a total of 7 times, and yeah. That's the only way to put it. It's just, the Liberator is more shit, I'm going to say it, but that's to be a fucking expected. DICE made a joke weapon that doesn't work. So, yeah. It's just as simple as that. So, yeah. If the Liberator would one-shot at point-blank range, I think it could be considered really good. Or pretty good, actually, because it should be. That's the entire point of it, but no. So, yeah. Kind of want to, but I don't know.
To take an on Iho, let's talk about something else. How about boats? If no. The flying
There's none in this game, unfortunately. Unless you want to put a tank inside one of these fucking Hagen boats. Which... So, fun fact, actually. When the Pacific... I don't know why they removed it, but you couldn't put a vehicle in it no more. So, it was very sad. I'm not gonna lie. Because me and my friends, we were dicking around with that kind of feature, man. And what we were doing was just testing it out with Willys Jeeps and Shermans, and guess what? We couldn't put another fucking tank in it unless we did it from the air, which we couldn't do. Because just none of the maps allowed for it. It's as simple as that. So because of it, we couldn't put a Sherman on this thing again. Because originally we could, it's just they changed the fucking vehicle hitbox, so you couldn't. Which was very unfortunate. So yeah. But, yeah.
That's the most bare bones looking boat I've seen.
It's because this one's made out of wood in particular, actually. If you want me to, here, actually, let me show you. I'll show you what I mean. Because this is literally a boat made out of fucking wood. Like, literally. Whereas the section that is made out of wood. Alright, see?
Not
right there's wood.
That's most boats in World War II.
And right here's metal. So this section's metal and this section's wood. All of this section, actually. The sides are made out of wood. It's just because, like, the fucking In particular, this map and Iwo Jima. The ironic part is you can actually shoot people out of the sides if you have a high enough caliber weapon. Like, you can literally shoot people from the sides. In particular, the weapons that can do that is the 20mm cannons, and I think it's one of the sniper rifles. I don't remember which one. I think it might have been the Kar 98K, or it's the Arsaka. I can't remember. But, yeah. I think maybe the Boys AT, but I didn't ever check. Yeah, I think it's those anti-material rifles, but I really hate people who use the anti-material rifles. They're just... How do I put it? Anybody who uses an anti-material rifle usually has no skill. I'm sorry. It's just the honest-to-God truth. Just most people who use the Boys AT just don't have any fucking skill. Hey, pal. I'm a bit sorry about that, but I respect you because of it. Alright. What do I want to do now? Move to Delta. I now want to play Bushwookie. God damn it. Ugh. Oh, I want to play Bushwookie.
That was just rude. He was a simple man using a simple artillery gun.
Good point, but still. It's a free knife kill, which you don't always get those all the time. Plus, anyways, it's a new dog tag for me, so he'll always be in my heart. Oh god, there's so much wrong with that fucking statement there. New dog tag. He's always gonna be in my heart now. I'm wrong, the stab was through his heart, but I'll always have his dog tag with me.
Gay.
So his family will know about him. You should have seen that one fucking stream. Did you sleep before? Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen given the moment I was spotted, but...
I know it's Pride Month and all, but... in Christian Suge.
Go fuck yourself. I am Christian myself. I ain't gay, truly, though. Always have his dog tag with me to respect his factor of getting knifed in the back. Technically getting stabbed in the back, but I don't give a shit. I don't love him that much. Really? You know what, bitch? I dare you to send one of your friends in this fucking bunker. God damn it.
Imagine sitting here for hours because a friend needed to talk to you just for her to take very long.
I know, right? I don't want to deal with the Bravo because they have a fucking tank. I might use the bow first.
Can't relate.
Yeah, me either.
Definitely, emoji eyes.
What the... Oh, yeah, zero. Fuck, Corsair. Alright, well, in that case, yeah, fuck. Nothing, man. Fuck anybody who has that fucking sniper perch. Seriously, go to fucking hell. I really hate fucking snipers in this game.
Definitely not happening to me right now, lol.
Yeah. I really fucking hate snipers. Certain people I can hate, but not too much. Anybody who uses AT weapon or AT rifles, go fuck yourself. But if you are actually a decent iron sight or fucking, if you're an iron sight Bushwookie, I can respect you. And here's the reason I do say Bushwookie. It's a name, I know it's termed in some other games, don't remember, but in particular, in this game, It has a fucking special meaning. You've already seen the skins, but I actually do run with the fucking wild animal skin. So because of that, I'm literally a bushwookie. Like literally, not even a fucking joke. God damn it, man! Me and this guy both, seriously. Like, man, just by this point, we're both gonna keep doing this. So you might as well just not even fucking use the KE7. You might as well use any better fucking LMG.
You go fuck yourself, that one unnaturally flexible person, gladly.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I will. Alright. Okay, yeah.
Charges set.
Ah, I was kind of hoping that would work, because I remember back in the day that did work, but it doesn't anymore. Okay. Fuck you, game, for actually not allowing that to work. I really want to wait for the flamethrower, but I really shouldn't. Never mind, too late. About to start fucking contemplating if I should keep waiting. Let's move it, brothers.
Move in!
Embrace flamethrower.
Yes. All heretics shall die. Okay, thank God. Okay. I thought I might have fucked up there, but I guess not. All heretics shall burn in holy hellfire. God! Like, genuinely! Okay. Looks like I'm doing this.
Our forces now control objective George.
I really am usually surprised when they don't use the bunker. Something that actually can fucking assist them properly. But they don't use it still. Like, it's actually weird and aggravating.
Dog has been secured.
Alright. It's like the few times I do see them use the bunker, it's either ineffective or very fucking impossible to get past. And get this, it's not breakthrough that makes them hard to get past. It's fucking conquest. The main times I've seen those bunkers be truly effective is with a flamethrower and inside that fucking... Just, yeah. If you've not played Conquest and the Japanese are really holding fucking Charlie... Ooh, if you've never had that happen, man, you have no idea what it is like to actually deal with a fucking very difficult to kill bunker, man. It is insane at times. It really is. Sorry, buddy. It's just, if I didn't take it from you, you really would not get another one built. So, I don't give a shit, pal. I'm sorry. It's just, I would like you to make extra defenses here, so... I kind of have to just force you into it. But let me guess, you're just not even gonna... Good man. Here, I'll spawn on you, pal. Where's this guy?
Pour artillery to it. Very sad.
know it seems weird to just be fucking laying around and fucking waiting for a knife kill, but...
I have been waiting since 7 p.m. for my friend to talk and I've literally gotten a headache waiting.
Yeah, I hate when that fucking happens.
Objective Able is now under our control.
Okay, good. That's a standard cannon. That means that they capped Alpha then. They had that one in Alpha or G or whatever, so that's fine. Yes! I love fucking doing that.
If she needed to talk on a Sunday, which is my busiest day, I know it's serious, but then a question if it is since I've been waiting since.
I know. Yeah, that can be the case, yeah. Fuck! It's either tank or flamethrower, and I'm taking flamethrower because I could not give shit.
Objective Charlie is secure.
Hopefully teammate kept G for me.
Look over there!
Embrace fire.
All heretics that deny the Emperor of
We
Mankind
have secured Objective George.
shall burn in holy hellfire.
Lost control of Objective Easy.
All heretics shall be burnt by the flamer. And remember, brother, grab the flamer. The heavy flamer. That seems weird to do there. You'll see my antics.
I don't know what's worse, being publicly hanged or listening to Minecraft music for 4 hours.
Honestly, good point.
Beware, we no longer have charge of Objective George.
This man is very clearly fucking blind. Or retarded. Probably both. A third of my kills are melee currently.
Machine gunner, there!
He's probably gonna die. I think he has died. Fuck. That is unfortunate.
Danger, over there! Have a look here!
Oh, I do not like those footsteps, man. You have no idea what it's like. Okay. Because you're just watching a fucking you're just watching a stream. For me, I'm playing a fucking video game. Hearing footsteps is the most terrifying thing occasionally.
This game has been going on for 20 minutes and still 800 responds.
Yep.
We've lost control of objective dog.
We still had a very incredibly chill match so far.
Yes, I've been keeping count since I literally have nothing better to do.
Yeah, you know what? That's understandable. They're eventually going to come over here and search this bunker.
We've taken control of objective dog.
Fuck! Man, that guy was not expecting that. I could have burnt him alive with the flamethrower, but... Yeah. I really should have, but... No. What in the fuck? Why you use so much against that one pack gun, sir?
Hostile tank up ahead!
No! Really? You're trying to shoot me over the Type 10 cannon shooting at you. Now you've realized you're retarded. Pal. Oh, you realize how fucking truly dumb you are. This Type 10 has a spotter, at least. That way his full utility is being completely used upon.
No, I always say I'm not a patient person, but me sitting here for 4 hours waiting has made me think otherwise.
Yep, we'll do it to you. Recon just such a slow class, too. I guess this is sort of camping, but To be honest, I'm assisting a fucking gun that can kill tanks, so this is more like fucking coverage. I need to fucking stop doing that. I need to double press the button. Remember, if you are going to use a sniper rifle, double tap your shoot button when you are going to shoot. The reason for this is when you shoot your gun and then immediately shoot after, your character automatically pulls the bolt. You may already know this, but that way you always have a faster fire rate in a sniper rifle when you're bolted or when you're aiming on sights. So it seems weird to say, but it does really help.
You owe me one. You can move, soldier.
We already got in the objective. Wow, I need to kill him. Did you notice that? K7, that's a fuck no. That's a big old fuck you no. Like, man, that is so fucking just unrespectable. Right there, brother, shoot him. Right there. Do you see him?
We have control and objective easy.
Fuck. I know a little bit sooner. Probably next time I die, I might end stream. Or actually, next few times. Just because this match is fairly small, so. I have napalm equipped. Been a while since I've used flares, napalm, and fucking goddamn autocannons.
If you see on the news, Illinois 5-year-old goes mentally insane, you know who it was.
Good for you.
Because in reaching my limits.
Yeah, fuck me. There's only one use if I'm gonna do anything. It is 1, 2. Fuck. Alright, we do actually have a good pilot. Because he has that thing level 6, and he's using it as he should.
You always have one use.
Death?
Ram.
Yeah, good point, but at the same time, I don't do that in Battlefield. In War Thunder, I can consider. Battlefield, that's a fuck no.
I got you.
In Battlefield, that's just the highest kind of disrespect.
Come on now.
Pal, we really need to stop ending up like this. I'm not a doc! Just a person that's fucking reviving your dumb ass. I'll give myself one last go. No, this seems stupid. So where are you going? Oh, you're this guy. Okay. I'm gonna be smart with you, brother. I'm not gonna shoot at aircraft unless need be. El Hydra. Damn it. I so badly really don't want to be a jackass and just fucking leave, but I really, yeah, I want to get off anyways, so. Any more things, any things that you might want to tip on in the game? Doesn't matter what, I'll try my best to give you whatever the fuck I can. When it comes to accuracy, I can only give you a few. Because I can pretty much give you as much as I can think of, because I'm like 800, maybe 700, possibly 900 or 100 hours in this game. 100,000, that is. Not 100,000.
Sunderlands, I always need tips on that.
No, come on Battlefield, nothing else. God damn it. Only in Battlefield, doesn't matter for what. Just, come on. Be legitimate. We need a perfect opportunity. Most people won't give you the chance of giving them tips or having them give you tips or whatever. Really? That's not changed, huh? Not changed much, at least. Yeah. By the way, nothing else matters. Wins, that's usually just up to your team and chance. And KD, most of the time you can't do anything about that, but score per minute is what truly does matter. I'm going to be honest. And mine is not as high as it used to be.
How to fly planes when controls are shit.
Alright. This one, actually, I'm trying to think of the ones I remember. So,
And nobody cares about KD, let's be honest.
yeah, I fucking hate KD. But, so, depends on the map, but I'm going to give tips on the fighters because the bombers don't really usually need this. I'm even going to give them for the fighter bombers and the heavy fighters, so, in that case, so, when it comes to the British versus German maps, the fighters in particular, the best way of doing it is just keep a close eye out, never go in fucking first person, never. The only point in time you go in first person is for ground targets. Only time. Seriously. The reason this is the case, I know this is about controls, but simple reason because of this, you can barely fucking, first off, it makes it easier to see. Well, you get a good idea of what you're truly shooting at. When you're in the air targets, you're just shooting off your guns, you can get a good idea, but when it comes down to controls, it's mostly, like, if you say it's shit button layout, it comes down to just setting up your own type. Because you can get this nearly identical to War Thunder controls, actually. You can. You just need to know how to do it, and what to do. Because by that point, control layout, it's honestly just, you have to look up a video. Because not even I can truly do controller layout. Because I use default controller layout. That's what I use. Like, most of my settings are not altered unless it's like something like inspect weapon. But the Crosshairs of Zeros in particular, the best way to improve controls or get better with them is the what's it called? The overcharge or whatever. Let me pull them up so I can actually get a good idea of how to explain this. And by the way, never fucking get, never get the manual supercharge for the P51s. But they improve your controls, they speed you up, and they give you the exact same controls if you were completely slowed down. So here's the thing, you're probably, given that you probably fly your planes at full speed and hold the joystick forward. Don't do this. Don't. This is the biggest error most newer players do. What you want to do is, when you have a pilot on your tail, even if he is an expert pilot, you want to slow your plane down during a turn. Never go full speed unless you're doing a turn, or unless you're going to try to outrun him, or you're trying to trick him, or just pretty much have him follow you. When you're turning, you want to slow down. This improves the amount of, your amount of churn that you can do. Here, let me actually get it up so I can actually show you. Let me get the testing range. I can spend a little bit of time in it because I don't give a shit. I think it's combined arms. Yeah, it's combined arms. Okay. Because, when you are
full... Yeah, you want to make him overshoot.
No, not overshoot. That's not at all what your objective is by that point. It isn't. You want him, the thing is, you don't want him to overshoot. You really don't. When you are trying to get an aircraft to overshoot, this is the stupidest decision you can make out of 10. It is. The only time a overshoot is good is when you have a fighter bomber, a bomber, or a heavy fighter on your tail. That's the only time you want to do an overshoot. And still then, I would hesitate, given most of these aircraft either have rockets or something to very much fuck you up. Because most people have this misconception of overshooting is a really good idea. It isn't. It's one of the worst choices you can make. The choice you actually want to make is to go into a turn fight and outmaneuver him. This way he loses track of you. You want to get out of his view. That way he keeps going in a loop. You can get out of his view completely. And actually, that way, once you get him to fully over, and to just start doing this loop, eventually he's probably going to get out of the loop, and if he doesn't, you can get behind him, and that way you're on his tail. The planes I've noticed this is most effective with, because I've not done this tactic with the Spitfire and BF109 that often. This works most effectively with the P51s, I've noticed. I don't know why. They work out the best with the P51s for some reason, and the Corsairs. But the reason I don't say the Corsair, didn't originally just say the Corsair. The Corsairs, you're fighting identical planes that have the identical loadout. And this is good, except for if you have an air superiority fighter on your tail. If you have an air superiority fighter, you are pretty much fucked. Your three options are have a squad member get on AA, retreat to any AA that you can get, or just pray or jump out of the aircraft. I know I said 3, but that's 4 technically, and I'll admit it. Because it's just there's always a total of usually 5 to 8 options. The two options I say why there's 8, or instead of just 10, there's 8. If you are by yourself, your options are down to 7 to 8 or so. Because either you want to retreat to a teammate or one of your squad mates that is on an AA, or you coordinate with them, or any teammate that's on a aircraft. So, alright, let me give you a good example. So, this is churning full speed. So, just keep, so here, let me get, the Spitfire doesn't do too well in this example, but let me get a good area where you can actually see this good example. Best example I can give, unless I can get a P51. So, this is what churning looks like in full speed. So, this is a full loop, and then this is a full loop slower. Then right about here, that's when you want to do this, not overshoot him because he is probably on your tail. Then by this point he would be about there, and then that's when you want to start shooting him. It's a weird maneuver to do, but it's one I've caught so many BF-109s and P-51s off guard. Because right there, that it's not always exactly like this. The Spitfire is most comparable to the BF-109, so it's really hard to properly do. But the reason that I would never suggest doing an overshoot, here, let me show you. So, an example, we have a BF-109 on our tail.
I've noticed something, the rudder in this game is exceptionally weak.
Yes, it is. So here, let me give you an example of why not to overshoot. So, go full speed, pull back, and look at this. Yeah, right fucking there, you'd be dead. So, because here's the thing, if you were in a Corsair, you're dead by the point that you pulled up. Because first off, the LMGs are super fast firing, and second off, just the HMGs, the HMGs are fucked. You're usually not going to get out of an HMG. The only time you will survive an HMG is if he is an unexperienced pilot and he does not know how to calculate with the overheating mechanic with them, because they are very fast to overheat, but they are very fucking deadly. But let me do full speed, or let me do full slow in a fucking thing. Right there, you would have been very damaged, and right here, you would have died. Yeah, it's not going to work. Because at this current point in time, it's not about overshooting. It never was. Only at launch, and keep in mind, that's the biggest misconception. At launch, that's when overshooting was effective. Because most people didn't know what to do. They didn't understand it, and they were new to flying. Nowadays, you at least have one competent pilot. You always have one competent pilot in the server, and sometimes you have an expert pilot and you can't do anything about it. A good pilot, or a competent pilot, can usually understand at least like 10 out of not 10, like 25 out of the 50 maneuvers or so. I consider myself a competent pilot. Or decently competent, that is. So let me give you an example where it is good to go full speed, because full speed, it's the equivalent of war thunder. You gotta know when to slow and go fast. So, a good example of when to try to outrun is literally doing a maneuver like this. This is a maneuver to fuck them over, get them a bit difficult and not knowing. And keep in mind, this would get them in a turn fight, where...
Competent pilot. Count me out because I'm not.
Trust me, it's all about experience. No pilot starts out competent, unless you have good practice in the OG games. So here, keep in mind, use these guys as a good example for slow people, or people that are going slow, trying to figure out their targets, and trying to go. Just take them as they're very slow. They're trying to figure out exactly what the fuck to do. They're trying to figure out their target. Let's just take the example that they're looking at the ground. These are the people that are going to be easy kills, and just for example, that's a good example on how fast BF-109 can kill you. These are Hispanos, but the BF-109's 20 mil can do the exact same, if not stronger. So because of that, maneuvers like, let me give an example. Down at the down up side, right there, that's the only maneuver that's going to work to stall him out, and then you can get on his tail. That's the only maneuver. The down up side, that's the only one to work. It really is. It's the only fucking stall out. It's because they just don't expect it usually. You can do it left or right. I usually do it left just because I'm most used to with the left, but the reason you might want to use this variation, it's because you can adjust, because it's the only one where they can overpass you without them quickly realizing what you're doing. And not only that, it's the only one where you can actually fucking completely control your speed. The reason you want to control your speed, when you're doing a stall, like, let's say this, the moment that you start realizing that you're in a stall, that's the moment you can barely control yourself. See? You want to get your gun on them as soon as possible, and you still want control of your aircraft, that way you can actually move. And not only that, if I remember correctly, and I don't know if this is going to work out properly, because it should. I don't think it will, though. No. Oh, yeah, it will. Okay. But I don't know if this works, because this in particular is actually a special... This is a very unique Spitfire they didn't add to the game. This is its own thing. This Spitfire right here.
Like War Thunder, there's a lot more mechanical dogfights with like hammerhead turns and Immelman turn and Eloran rolls.
Yeah, I know. But for this, it's more, you need to know what you're up against, which is very standard for War Thunder. But you need to predict what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, just by seeing their beginner movements and the way that they spawn and what they could be using. Skins do play a part into it. If it is, and this is the only skin I think you can actually truly understand who is actually what you're up against, is Captain Holdo, the Okinawa, and the Pacific Tiger skin. Those are the only skins you actually know what the fuck you're up against. And I'm not talking Captain Holdo skin for the Tiger. I'm talking for the Panzer, or the Stug 4. That's how you know what you're up against. Because here's the thing, if you've not seen Soundsmith's like TF2 hat stereotypes video, it's not, all of it has the stereotype for a reason, but at the same time, there is exceptions to the list, but usually you can, in this game, it's nearly identical. You have your turret, you have your fucking chassis, and then you got the general skin in itself. All three of those, you can usually
predict
with
skin mean
players.
fire good?
What? Let me see that. Does that skin mean that you're good? Here, let me actually show you what Captain Holdo is. And I used to be a good tanker. Nowadays, I've fallen into decency, to be honest. The reason I say I used to be a good tanker, it's simply because me and Bloody had this point in time where we just stopped playing Battlefield for about, like, 3 or so months. It's the honest to God truth. Bloody stopped playing the game when they added the dreaded 5.2, then 5.2.2. Because they butchered our baby. They did. They butchered our M1907 SF. They did. And if you don't know what 5.2.2 and 5.2 was, it was a TTK update. It changed up every single weapon. So, the baby that they butchered was the M1907 SF. What they did to it is they literally made it a 20-meter SMG. It was only effective within 20 meters. You could kill a guy with 5 shots with it at that, and like 20 meters, it took you at least 7 or so shots to kill him. I don't have the full specifics because I didn't even touch the M1907 SF. I never did. But what happened was the M1907 SF was turned into an SMG, a very shitty SMG. And if you don't remember, me and Bloody were talking, it was one of the most skill-based and most versatile weapons. Here, let me actually show you what Captain Holdo looks like. Right here. So this is Captain Holdo, and this is another very much skin that you can usually see a good player from. This is the Captain Holdo skin you always want to look out for. Right here. If you see a Stug with this skin, he's running the exact same loadout that I am. Unless he has a friend. This is the loadout he will be running. It's either this or it's this, but it's always those three at the bottom. It's always going to be track sheets, it's always going to be long barrel, and it's always going to be S-mines, every time. Unless he has a friend where the top one is different, or it's one of those two, and the bottom one is going to be AT rounds. It's always the exact same fucking type. I promise you. Because the reason for this, simply, is the main reason is just because this is seen as the best loadout for the Panzer IV and the Stug. The Stug in particular is just seen as the best. I don't have any skins for the Flak Panzer I can show you, because I don't use the Flak Panzer. I just don't. I might quickly look at some of these skins. This is a really good one, I just don't touch it. That bluish one or whatever. Wakanda Lime. That one's a really good one. That skin. It's usually a good skin, but most people who use it are competent. Most. Not all. But I know Captain Holdo is for the Tiger, if I remember. I remember it being for it. No?
I'm going to go. It is 1215. That's not late, but I have a strict wake-up time that I like to get up at.
Good point. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna head on off the bed, too. But, yeah. At least I can give you a few tips and give you a good idea of what you're up against usually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now.